and this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest balls from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Welcome to the ROMELLO Marcellus show. I am he and he is me. Yeah. Welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me get a thumbs up, man. Let me know you're in here. Let me know you're here. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2. Yeah. I'm here. Hope all is well with y'all, man. The day is winding down, drawing to a close. If you survived it, man, get on your knees tonight, man, and thank God, because there is a God. Whatever God you worship, whatever God you pray to. Be thankful you got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food to eat, and people who love you. Yeah. Listen. This is once again the ROMELLO Marcellus show. And it is the extended happy hour. We'll ease into this thing. Let some people get in. You know, we on CPT time. Take us a second to get ourselves together. I mean, just eating dinner or whatever you're doing. Washing your hind part. Beating your kids. Whatever it is you do. Let me know if you can hear me. Give me the thumbs up. Yeah. Tonight, man, we're going to talk about love. Love's a common topic, but we discuss it in our own ways every day. We share it and express it in many different ways. I.e., I'm sure y'all have seen this in the news. Where Russell decided to express his love for Bill Cosby. You know, some people say you change with time and your responsibility and recognizing those that came before you in different ways. And as you grow older, man, you put childish things away. Not that you change much about yourself, but this happened a while back and it's an open letter, but it's resurfacing now and it's still relevant because it's how we deal with one another. Seems Russell had penned an open letter to Bill about how he had conducted himself or dealt with the scrutiny of the Def Comedy Jam years ago. And he said that he wanted to find him and to apologize to him, man, and tell him he loved him. So I guess they were out at some event and he found Cos. Oh, Cos actually ended up behind him. So Russell said, he looked at him and told me, "Hey, I love you, man. And I'm sorry." And he said, Cos wasn't feeling it. Basically said, "Get the fuck out of my face," and nudged him with his shoulder and walked off. But hey, that's a whole nother type of love. Yeah. We talking about the love, man, that we give one another, man. And man. Tonight's topic, man. You know what? Let me let it breathe like I'm letting this wine breathe. Here you go. This is a question, man, a lot of us ask or have asked and are asking still to this day. So I'm just going to let it breathe, man, while I handle the business. If you're on here, man, you like the show, and if you're not already and have not already, hey, follow me on YouTube, subscribe, click like, smash the bell. Once again, follow me on YouTube, click like, smash the bell. Get those notifications when you come on. Hey, man, you just click in and listen. We here. Not going nowhere. And follow me on Instagram. Double tap. And this is the extended happy hour. Also, hey, Facebook. So if you're just joining the show, man, this is the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show, the extended happy hour edition. And the topic tonight is, are you with the one, the greatest sacrifice? That sacrifice can mean a lot of things, man. And, you know, when we do this, it's like most folks will go into life saying one thing and doing another. Okay. Give an example. What's the greatest sacrifice you've ever made for a significant other? What's the greatest sacrifice you've ever made for a significant other that you thought was the one? What's the greatest sacrifice you've ever made for another? Was it money? Was it integrity? The sacrifice of time, even with your children and your family, your job, your body? Think about it, man. We've done a lot of goofy ass shit with people in the name of love, you know? It's like thinking about what's the wildest, nastiest, the best sex you've ever had with someone because you gave it all. You left it on their bed, as they would say. You left it on the track. You know? But here's the part, right? A lot of times you're not in the relationship with that individual long term, and it's over. It may be years down the line. Then you have to ask yourself, today, what about all those sacrifices that you made for all those ones that you thought were the one, but they weren't worthy to be the one? And now you won't, nor are you willing to make the sacrifice for the one that is the one that you're with now. Or matter of fact, you know what? Let me back that up. When you think about all of those sacrifices that you made, are you still with that one? There you go. Love is like walking into a Dwayne Reed, a 7-Eleven, a Wawa. You go to the counter after you pick it out, because you walk around and you look at all the different colors and shapes and sizes and bags and packages and bottles and shit on the shelf, and you pick up something. It's mine. It's for me. And you walk up to the counter, and the clerk says, "That'll be," and they'll tell you what the cost is. And that's your sacrifice. Whether it's your hard work from you stealing or robbing or working hard all day at whatever it is you did, and you put it on the counter, just like everything else in your relationship. Now, when you pop that bag, depending on the time of day, it may not be that good, you know? But you'll go back into that 7-Eleven, that Dwayne Reed, that Wawa, wherever it is that you decide to make your super selection for the one thing that you desire at that moment, and you'll make that sacrifice again. It may not be that great, but you'll make it. The question is, man, are you with the one? And if you're with the one, do you think it's fair for you to, let's just say you, wild sex, let's say you in the dookie love, you done gave that up, or you done something that now in this particular time and day, you're not willing to give that individual who's showing up every day or is showing up every day and doing the things that needs to be done to be a part of your life instrumentally. Do you think that's fair? That an individual that wasn't even worth receiving those things from you, now you have someone who's worthy of it and they can't get it? What's wrong with the transaction? Is that fair? A lot of people say, man, we were in different spaces in time, man, and places, and we did a lot of reckless shit. But you know what? I always say there is a heart surgeon out here for everyone. Usually when you make those sacrifices, you know, we go through the acceptance of at some point in time getting burnt. We don't want to get burnt. I get it. But you know what? You got to walk through the fire to get where you got to go. You can't. It's just like gold. It's got to be tried by fire before it can become what it is in its purest form. So, what sacrifices have you made for others you haven't made for the one you're with, nor are you willing to? Or is it you really aren't even feeling the motherfucker you with right now? Well, I'll say this. Well, if any of these lacks are there with the one that you're with, you just settling and you some shit, because you're not even being fair to the individual that could potentially or is the one for you, that's actually enduring all of your hurts and scars and your fucked up transactions that you've made, your losses. You know, it goes back to the adage that broke people have broken mentalities, broke minds, and their lives are broken. So when you talk about the social construct of love, and it being just like you walking into, once again, a Dwayne Reed, a 7-Eleven, a Wawa, and getting that pretty packaging, that bag, that bottle, and laying it on the counter, and the clerk telling you exactly what it's going to cost you, and you pay it, and you walk out into the night or the day, and you partake of whatever's in that wrapper, and afterwards you have heartburn. Hindsight 2020 would tell you not to go back into the marketplace or that store or that place where you got that packaging from, but you go back. Honestly, man, I'll say if you were willing to sacrifice all the things that you've sacrificed for other individuals that are not worth it or were not worth the things that you sacrifice, when you find the one, I think it's only fair that they should be able to receive all the shit that you gave to those people and then some, based on their merits or the actual value that you see in these people. The limitations are there for a reason. Even when you have conversation, and we are all guilty of it, about having conversations about our past dealings with folks, about how you used to treat this person or this person used to XYZ and the things that you would go through and all of that. And most motherfuckers are stupid as shit. You won't even pause yourself and say, hey, you know what? Damn, I'm telling this motherfucker I'm doing all this shit, or I've done all this shit for this person, and I ain't doing nowhere near any of the shit that I've relayed or conveyed to this person that I was doing. So one of us is a fucking fool. Either it's me or this person. Yeah. And as I said before, if you're not willing to give those things, then evidently you're not as turned on by this individual as you was that individual. And I think that you should go back and find that one and continue to fuck your life up. But if hair should lift the governor, and we're talking about adult decisions and choices for the long term and long haul, we want someone who's going to respect us, choose us every day, acknowledge us in ways that no one else has. We're looking for that vital connection, you know, that butterfly effect when you pick up the phone and you hear a person's voice for the first time in the day, or you leave them and you're excited to get back home to them. You can't get that with a closed fist. Fuck where you been, man. You know? Shit, you got a body count, so the fuck what, man? There's somebody for you. I know I joke about it a lot on this show, man. I do, because it's one of those things, you do to keep light, and sometimes you have to laugh to keep them crying. Hey, you got to be willing to give, man. If you like this, you can't receive anything into this. You got to let it go. You have to be willing to give to receive. If you're not giving, how are you going to receive anything? Love shouldn't be as transactional as a goddamn gas station. And prices is high now. Do you understand? Prices is high. So when you're sitting next to the individual or across to the individual that you're with now, ask this serious question. Are you the one, or is he the one, or is she the one? Are they the one? Am I willing to do all the crash dummy shit that I did with these stupid motherfuckers with this one and then some? And if they're not worthy of your fuckery, then there has to be a self-check, meaning that maybe you're not worthy of them. I don't understand how we get to this impasse, but we do. Through fear, the thought of being burned. I don't like that the societal understanding of love, that you do for me, and as long as you're doing, I like you, I love you, and when you stop, I don't like you or love you no more. Because you got to understand, even in the midst of good relations, things can stop for many different reasons. We all are individuals, damn it. But that doesn't mean that an individual can devote all of themselves or their time or their energies to you, crash dummy. If they're giving you all themselves or all of them to you, they have nothing for themselves. After a while, shit, they're going to gas out anyway. You're going to lose them anyway. So you want them to have space to breathe and room to be themselves, the best selves they can be for them, and a better person for you. But I'm not going to screw out the topic. The question is, man, if you're just joining the show, are you with the one? What's the greatest sacrifice you've ever made for a significant other that you thought was the one? And based on that, are you still with that one? And if you're not, and you're with another one, is she or he afforded those same privileges that you fucked up with the other individuals? The giving, the time, the money, the neglect of all other duties that you may have outside of this individual. Sex, your integrity. Come on, man. These are the questions that you have to ask, because a lot of us, man, we don't have a lot more days in front of us, compared to the days we got behind us. And motherfuckers is growing old. Yeah. You don't want to be convalescent with a motherfucker that don't like you. They're going to shove your ass in a corner in a wheelchair, and you're going to be sitting there looking stupid, drooling like a motherfucker with that nasty Depends on. I want to be a motherfucker. They're going to change my diaper if it needs changing. I'm just saying, man. It's sad, man, that most of us go through life, and it's like with in regards to love and life and mistakes that folks have made. It's like, damn, man, where do you get off at? Where do you even begin to govern yourself in a manner befitting to someone that you say you love, or that you're saying is the one, And can you, in this day and age, you can't blame people for being leery and being, in some way fearful. But if you have to play that line, then you shouldn't be involved. It should be 100%, motherfucker, 100%, period, everything. Here's another perspective from a man all day. How the hell a man to give you 100% when you got guys out here, and I'll say this, and it's not spot on, but in layman's term, that would beg you for a date that he's got to pay for. There's something wrong with that. Because in actuality, it goes back to the show and retrospectively. What is a woman's role in the world of the realm of dating? What is she offering? What is she giving you that she has not given to anyone else? And what is he giving you that he's not given anyone else? Vice versa. Here's the question again. Are you with the one? Because if you're with the one, man, nothing is too good to give to the one, that one. You can be in a room of thousands, but I guarantee you'd hear that one. I can tell you that you'd hear that one. If it has been determined that he is the one, there should not be any limitations that you will give him within reason. Okay? I'll receive that within reason. But when we say reason, what is the reason for the season? What's the reason for giving anyway? If we saying it's love, then base the measure of giving on the transaction, because it's merely that. I mean, in all the studies and things that I've seen about people, there's always that. You know what? I need some help. I got somebody that can actually, would you guys indulge me? Please throw a thumbs up. Let me see if I can get someone on here that can actually help me convey what I'm saying. Are y'all with me? Can I get a thumbs up from somebody? Maybe I can get some help. I want to be sure that before I move forward. Can I get a thumbs? All right. Here we go.
So I was thinking about love. I was thinking about how difficult it is for us to find and to maintain the love that we all yearn for. And it kind of dawned on me that I think a big part of the problem is that we misdefine love.
It's possible that no other one subject has been more analyzed, talked about, and experienced by every single person on this planet than love. And yet, we really have no clue what it is.
So me and Jada was reflecting about love. You cannot make a person happy. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. The thing that we call love, the thing that we're searching for and we're trying to create that we call love is actually not love. J. Krishnamurti talked about the concept of the desire pleasure paradigm, that we think about love in terms of desire and pleasure, meaning that if you meet my needs, then I love you. If you don't, then I don't. So that love becomes transactional. If you do what I want, if you meet my desire and give me pleasure,
I love you. If you don't meet my desire and you don't give me pleasure, I don't love you. I think that the insatiable nature of desire, trying to get somebody to fill our cup, I think that leads to anger, and it leads to frustration, and ultimately it makes us break apart from people. My daughter Willow really taught me a hard lesson. I think the real paradigm for love is gardener flower. So the relationship that a gardener has with a flower is the gardener wants the flower to be what the flower is designed to be, not what the gardener wants the flower to be. You want the flower to bloom and to blossom and to become what it wants to be. You want it to become what God designed it to be. You're not demanding that it become what you need it to be for your ego. Anything other than all of your gifts wide open, giving and nourishing this flower into their greatness is not love. I came up with a thing that has been really helpful to me. Love is spelled L-U-V. Listen, understand, and validate what you hear as true. Listening is a magnificent superpower, a really deep listening. And we can't listen if we got something that we want to say. Listening is a connective energy, learning how to quiet your own mind and quiet your own thoughts and quiet your own needs and desires and listen to what the other person is saying. You is understand that you have to truly understand what the person is saying to you. There's nothing that feels better to a human being than to feel understood. The mission is to thoroughly and completely understand what the person is saying. And what has been helpful for me is to repeat back what the person has said to you. And then the V is validate. The things that you recognize as true in what they say, validate them as true. Yes, I get it. I understand that. I see that. Got it. So the validation is a huge part of creating a loving environment with a person. L-U-V. Listen, understand, validate. At its core, I think love is help. Everybody is having a hard time. So love is really devotion to their struggle. It's when you're committed to helping somebody with their life, helping them to suffer less, helping them to manage their minds and their emotions. I think love is a deep desire for our loved ones' growth and their blossoming and their all-around well-being. When you love somebody, you want them to feel good. You want them to be happy, and you want to see them succeed in life. And love really demands an in-depth understanding of their hopes and their dreams and their fears, their needs and trauma. I think love is giving and sharing our gifts for the purpose of nurturing them and empowering them and helping them to create their greatest joys.
That's good.
Awesome. What is love? What does it mean to you? Oh, man. Is it transactional? The communication piece, the validation piece that Will was speaking about are usually non-existent when you recognize that you're not with the one. Those are factors that are components that are hardwired in you, all of us. And we base those things on the importance or the significance of the individual in front of us, i.e. mom, dad, sister, brother, mentor, teacher, and those are things that we base the value of the individual that's providing the information to us through. So when we say this, it's like a hobo can't tell you to go and get a job and do something because their deposit's not valid. It's not going to add up. But when we talk about the individuals that we say we love or we're professing to be the one and we're making sacrifices for, are you willing to listen? Are you willing to validate what the individual is expressing to you, whether it's their lacks or the gratification or the gratitude that they share with you about your investment in them? Yeah. Most aren't. And as I said before, it's because 9 times out of 10, you're not with the one. And if you're with the one, I think you need to do a self-check and put this individual out there in misery. Let them know you got some work to do. I mean, we all have work to do. It's just recognizing it and dealing with those things, our past, our hurts, our issues that we have. Thank you. That was so important, but we don't love that way. We know it's a work in progress, man. We're habitual creatures, and we have to recognize that and recognize where we should all play fair. Play fair. Treat an individual the way you are. Nobody wants to be with anyone that's not wanted or that don't make them feel wanted. Nobody. There's no way you can tell an individual that, hey, you gave this motherfucker the world, but you're going to give him squat. A bunch of drama, pain, headache, and everything else. And he's not seeing any of the things that you said you shared with an other individual. Vice versa. Not going to fly. There's always going to be some stress, some drama, some strain. Motherfuckers are always going to look down their nose at you in your movements and the things that you have potential to do or to provide, whether it's the help, the encouragement, the whatever the support may be, fiduciarily, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Yeah, they always see the limitations because they're not receiving what you professed, and we are all guilty of it. The question is, man, are you with the one? And what's the greatest sacrifice you've made for the one that you said is the one, in comparison to the ones that you said were the one that was not or are not the one? They weren't worthy to be the one. Yeah. It's sad that we go through life that way, and we continue to go on without breaking the cycle. So it goes on from generation to generation, where we have our seeds being taught wrong, how to love, And the analogy that Will had was an excellent analogy. It just it's a different viewpoint, and I think that when you look at things that way, or if you're able to compare or look at things that way, you are in a position to grow and to sustain long-term serious commitment where an individual is willing to bare their soul. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how deep you want to be loved. I mean, deep love is when you with a motherfucker and you naked, but you want to rip your skin off because you want to get even naked, or you want to be a motherfucking skeleton man. That I can't even express it, but you want to be that naked with an individual that you consider to be the one. And usually how you recognize that the individual's not the one is that you can't even share surface shit without catching a whole bunch of heat. Got to do better. Got to be better. All of us. Yeah, when you can't even get surface with a motherfucker, and it's not an issue. Yeah. You a lot of growth. A lot of growth that needs to happen. You know, we talk about love. We talk about the expressions of the things that we see with people, these bullshit relationship goals where you got individuals, they running around, they traveling, they doing this and that and the other. Man, we really don't know what the fuck going on with these people. As far as we concerned, that shit is stunting and fronting. They both trying to influence motherfuckers to get dollars. And shit, for all we know, they staying in separate hotels and everything else. We don't know. For all we know, shit, her sugar daddy paying for him too to go and be somewhere. We don't know. We got to deal with what's in front of us, man. We got to deal with what's in our arm's reach, i.e. ourselves. Got to start with this. Loving on yourself. Hug yourself. You all right? Yeah. Hug yourself. Love yourself. And show the world how you loving yourself. Most of us are not into that. See, the biggest factor in this question here is one. And the one that matters and that really makes the difference is you. What are you willing to sacrifice again and again and again and again? And if you're not willing to give an individual that you profess to be the one, the same, or afford them the same benefits and rights therewith that the other fuckers came and got, you wrong. You're wrong on so many levels. You need not be dating. You gotta get yourself to the point where you have to be a free will giver. You gotta give everything that you gave to another individual. Just like, listen, we as black folks, we got knocked out, dragged up, hung, burned, raped, done all kinds of shit too, right? Quote unquote fighting for civil rights. And everybody that comes over this motherfucker, every drag, every goddamn human that comes from any other part of the world, whatever you decide to do with yourself, is afforded the rights under our suffering. So when we talk about the greatest sacrifice, that is some great sacrificing right there. And we still sacrificing because shit, we still are not truly benefiting from the quote unquote civil rights that we fought for and died for, our ancestors, our people. So when we talk about our houses are always set up to fail because we put in a position where we don't trust or we feel like we're going to get burnt, you know? But everybody can come over and forward. Look here. I don't know, man. I don't have all the answers. I need y'all, man. Need you. You got something on your mind, man. The number's up. 929-322-3971 right here on the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show. The topic tonight, if you just joined the room, is are you with the one? The greatest sacrifice, man. The greatest sacrifice you've ever made for a significant other. And after you've moved on from that significant other, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or maybe 6, have you now gotten the one? And are they afforded all of the same benefits that all of the failed ones were able to benefit and profit from and gain from and use and abuse? Yeah. And if not, is that shit fair? Matter of fact, answer that question. Somebody tell me that. Is it fair for someone to come along and do right and not get all the same shit that the motherfucker that was fucking up got? I think they should get all of that and then some. That's just my opinion. Is it fair? Is it fair for another individual that has mistreated you to receive certain benefits, and then you got somebody that's treating you half-ass decent in his own point to not receive the same benefits as the asshole that treated you bad got? Is that fair? Is it fair? You're on the air.
Hi, yes. Actually, did have a comment and I had a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I still feel like if you're with the one, other than the things that you just don't do or you're uncomfortable with, I don't believe there should be any limits to what you would do for the person or with the person. And I get it. If you've already given certain things to someone that you thought was the one and y'all are no longer together, then why dial it back when you get with this person that's in front of you that you consider the one? So I agree with you on that. The question that I had for you is based off of an interview that I saw with Gucci Mane, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about his marriage and how because they don't have to worry about money, right? Money was not an issue in their relationship. It makes it a lot easier for the marriage to just be a happy marriage. And so when I look at the clip that you showed of Will Smith and the excess that he has, you know, a lot of people, or the normal people, most of us are living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a ton of things on our plate, not just the person in front of you or the giving, but when you live a life like a Will Smith, you have the time to consider other things. You have the time to travel and experience other cultures and gain a deeper understanding.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, if I'm worried about how am I putting food on the table, how am I getting back and forth, you know, the price of gas is going up, I have all of these things that make my day-to-day challenging. It is super difficult to try to dig a little deeper and understand that, you know, if I love you, the only thing that I want for you is for you to be the best version of yourself. Because there's so many things in life that are stressors, and then I have this person in front of me who, we're in the same relationship, we're in the same household, we have the same stressors, and we come home and we're putting those type of stressors on one another every day. It becomes a little bit more difficult, I would think, to give in a happy way, if that makes sense. So do you think that when you have access to, mental health care, and you're able to deal with some of the things that you've dealt with, or you're able to, like I said, travel the world and experience certain things or talk to certain gurus, and just, it becomes, my interests are just a little bit different. Do you think that makes it easier in a relationship to actually, give of yourself more wholeheartedly?
Yeah. It is an individual thing, and I guess it reverts back to what I was saying. When you watch people who move about the media, most people will get caught up in the fact that, okay, you have celebrities that are selling this death, and I'm not calling it death, but what I'm saying is the aspect of a lifestyle, okay, that it is it's achievable, but by what means? Because you don't know who did what. You don't know whether these motherfuckers are wearing knee pads, sucking dick every day. You don't know what they've done to have the lifestyle that they have. First and foremost, your mental state is something that's been with you from the day that you were born. The mindset incurred by your life's circumstances, we are told it governs a lot of things about us, and it actually shouldn't, especially when it comes to money. That shit comes and goes. The main aspect of living and enduring life with people around you is your health, the mental state. And when I say the mental state, we have to be more in tune or inclined to let the things that we can't control go and get into living every moment in that moment for the moment. That means if I ain't got a fucking dollar in my pocket, there's still shit we can go and do. There's still shit we can do. There's still shit we can do together. even if it's just sitting on a fucking stoop and just talking shit, watching cars go by. We could be kids. That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. It don't cost a dime to sit there with the individual that is the one. Because when I talk about the one, it is the individual that has accepted you where you are. I don't need anything else from you. It's just you and how you deal with me, how you understand me, how you get me, how you validate me, how you edify me. And we don't know it all, but even having the gumption to say, hey, I want to start a business, but hell, you working every day, but the individual's working part-time, or they may have an own business, but they go and do the homework for you and lay it out for you and walk you through it. You know, whether it's a meal plan or diet or how to meditate. These are the things that create that sphere where the acceptance of an individual spirit is greater than any of the things that are being perpetuated in the world that we see. This is what I'm talking about, the one, meaning that as a woman, what I do know about women, you want to feel secure. If you have a man, anywhere you go, you want to feel safe and secure. It's not all about this. You know, you touching that for yourself. And it's good to have a motherfucker who can take care of you and take the weight off you so you can coast a while because shit, you've been doing it all your life or whatever. And this, I'm speaking for my people, you know, my black sisters and brothers. But at the same time, do you understand this? Adam's blessing truly lied in Eve. The same thing is applicable now. I'll give you some, I'm gonna give you some game. Do you know that in the world we live in, people don't understand how Rome became Rome and why it was very important for Rome to conquer everything in Europe? Here's some game. Do you know that the majority of the kings before AD in Europe were black, as well as the queens? I'll give you some homework, people. Start with Edward III. Look at his wife. Look at his wife. They're not the, well, excuse me. We don't know it because we haven't taken advantage of it. Because a lot of us as men, we are supposed to be in a position where silence is power. So the bitching and moaning and the griping and all of that back and forth, you know, about what y'all don't do, that's wrong. I'm guilty of it. We all are. Silence is power. It's not going to stop my movement to become great. But to align with you because you're the one as an ally, it catapults me into so many places that I, as a man, a black man, can't get. And I'll say this, and I'm going to be subliminal with what I'm saying. Even to this day, there are certain circles that you can't get into unless you are of birthright or you've gone to war with an individual that you've gone in league with. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me put it this way. You have to look like people, right? So here's the thing. When I say the kings of England at that point in time, they were all heirs. Do I need to go further? You gathering what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Okay. Here is why certain races frown on certain things happening, right? I have to say it for what it is. Usually when you deal with a white family, a black man wearing a white woman, usually the white woman's ostracized, she's cast out, disowned, whatever. But if a white man goes getting a black woman, that woman is welcome. Do you know why? Because in their eyes, that heir is the birthright. That son is an heir. Okay? And that's the way that is gone. But we have gotten so mixed up that we won't even latch on to each other to even continue to flourish our legacies, our royal bloodlines. So when we talk about the one, those are the things you have to go to. What's deep inside you, and what do you see in the individual before you, in front of you, and what sacrifices are they willing to make for you? Joker should be willing to go pump gas at night to have a job.
Absolutely.
To make ends meet, to make it a little easier for you. You know? And, you know, some people have seen other videos, and I can tell you, attest to, even with my great-grandparents, my great-grandfather, they come home, drop the check on the table. They ain't want to hear no shit. There it is. Make it work. It's your house. Here the money. You know what I ain't got. You know what I can do. You know what I can't do. What we doing. And they didn't have any issues or problems about the things that we have nowadays. Whether or not you're going to go do this or whether you're going to go do that and who you're doing it with and how you're doing it and all of that kind of shit. It was basically, it's us. Those babies need to be raised and rent is $9 a week and we got to do it. Yeah. But, you know, I'll say this again. If you're just joining the show, man, the topic is, are you with the one? The greatest sacrifice. What is the greatest sacrifice that you've made for a significant other? When we look at our relationships, you have to ask yourself, am I with the one? And that means that you should be able to backtrack everything you've done with someone else. That should already be included in the package that you are offering with the individual that you are saying that the one that you're with now and you're adding to. If they never listen, if they're on the top, this is like, okay, you're the VIP, right? You pay for VIP ticket to come to an event. Does that mean you can't go over to the general admission side and eat? You got all access. You should be able to go in.
The premium package. I got you.
Thank you.
Premium package come with the basic and the standard.
Yeah.
I get you.
So, honestly, most folks are, bad promoters. Did I answer your question?
That's you did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hey, if the lines are open, man, if you want to call in, 929-322-3971. This is the ROMELLO Marcellus Show, man, and it's still happy hour. I'm still sipping, still talking to y'all, man. Talking to y'all about this thing we call love, validation, understanding, giving, and also being fearless in your giving. Not fearful. Operating in fear, man, is always going to cost you. And do your thing, man. Stop looking at other people's, because trust me, you don't know what the fuck they did to get their thing going and whether their thing is even real or not. And for those who are quote unquote too motherfucking real, let me give you some game, baby. You have to be willing to perpetuate the things that you want. As they say, you walk into your blessing by living in your blessing. You want to be an athlete, you want to be a star, you want to be great. These are the things that you must do. You got to be there when everyone else is gone home. You got to be there working out. In your relationship, you got to be up when your woman, she done fucking cussed your ass out all night. All right, man, go get in that word. Go pray about it. Go get your mind right. Figure out what you got to do to get right with that woman, and vice versa. Woman, you ain't fucking that man right. You ain't sucking him. You ain't doing shit. You a headache. You ain't giving him no head. You a fucking headache. You in the way. Man carrying enough already around his neck and shoulders. God damn it, he don't need you to give him no extra when he come home. Yeah, he there with you already, you ugly motherfucker. Accept it. If he's the one, size it up, man. If he's given to you and he, meaning of himself, man, he's there to beck and call you. You drop up a dime, he coming. Yeah. Don't play with him. And stop watching other folks. Stop counting other people's money. Stop doing that shit, because if you're doing that, you're not doing what you're supposed to. That's a mismanagement of labor. That's all I'm gonna say. Anybody that understand the labor force, you understand that. If you've been management or you're an executive, you understand that. If you got to come down out your motherfucking office to do the job, then goddamn it, you don't need to have that position. You don't need to. You're not a boss. You're a lab. You're just another local ass bitch. Yeah. Move accordingly. Walk into your blessing. Be everything and all things that you have in your mind and heart to be. If you want to be the one, be the one. Give, move like there is no tomorrow. You have to be willing to put in the work, to discuss the things that are bothering you, to share the things that are your aspirations and your dreams. Now, here's the thing, sisters, us black men, We really don't like discussing our dreams with you. The majority of the times you hit us with snide remarks because you feel threatened sometimes about the elevation of your king. He ain't going nowhere, wench. You the day one. Why would he leave you? You want your man to get up. But see, at the same time, you know what the messed up part about it? When you look at the sides, you got one here who is the one. He's with you, but he wants more. But you don't want him to have more. But when you jump the fence, you looking at the motherfucker that already got it, or quote unquote projects or appears to have it, and you want that. Something wrong with that picture. Like I said before earlier, retrospectively, if you got the one and you're not willing to give the shit that the one needs, then maybe you aren't the one. Maybe you settling and you in the way of the one. You get the fuck out the way of the one because you're not the one. I'm not being harsh tonight, man. I'm coming to y'all in love, man, because I want all of my people to win. Win in love, win in life, win in finance. You know, I want all of us to be blessings. I want all of us to have it. Have everything we want to have. Tell you, life is fleeting. Life is but a moment, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah. I can tell you this, man. Life is funny. Life is the lesson. When you start to look back at people, the people that you've encountered, you ask yourself, damn, was that worth it? You know, you gave up your virginity. Ladies, fellas, you gave up your virginity to somebody. The question is, would you give it to them again? Would you, if you had the opportunity to change who you gave your virginity to, would you change that? Because they weren't the one. That's just something for a lot of y'all went over your head. See, here's the thing, right? Here's some game. Gang. You gave up your virginity because you thought that was the one at that point in time that you wanted to share that with. And that was one of the most special moments you could ever share in your life because it was supposed to be for your wife or husband. But even after that, you continue to give it to the one that you was fucking that day, for that day, or for that day, or for that day. So why can't the individual that you are professing to be the one receive that and all the other things and all the other tricks that you learned up and from that moment to now and to the next? And if you can't share those things, man, then goddamn it, you with the wrong individual. Yeah. Life is short, man. You got to get out here and get it as best you can, especially when dealing with people, dealing with yourself. Man, all I can say is that the lessons we learn, we got to share them to those that are following behind us, man, because as we get older, we can be like, man, I can't believe they did that, man. Yeah, but because we allowed it. We allowed it. I got one for you. When you talk about the one, I got a one, and I tell you, he's exceptional. Here, Sid.
You hear me? Talking about her sucking another nigga dick ain't gonna make me leave. I love that sweet, good mouth motherfucker. Do you hear me? I'm not going nowhere. That outside talk don't bother me. I'm right here with her. When she going to HEB, I'm right there with you, boo. You going to Walmart get some groceries, I'm right there with you, boo. Holding hands. I don't give a fuck who dick she suck. Yeah, I seen the video of her sucking on the dick. Okay, y'all seen it to me. Shit, y'all know it wasn't me. My dick ain't that motherfucking big. I got a 1-inch dick. You know what I'm saying? If that's what she wanted, that's what she wanted. But she coming home to me.
Just like that. Is he a one? I think he is. He's accepted that individual, whoever she is, for whatever she has been. And even though she's still doing her, he's still getting what he needs to get from her to be the best one he can be for her. Man, sacrifices them. That's a vast thing, man. It's like Victoria Lake, the Empire State. That deep, that high. Man, that wide, that high. Man. I don't know many people would damn. Could even say they would sacrifice that kind of love or not want to be loved by somebody like that. Yeah. That's real. That's love, man. That's love for your ass. Yeah. I hope y'all like the show tonight. If you do, man, click at the bottom of your screen to that far right side and share it. Share it with your people, man. They need to see it. They need to know what you watching. They didn't know what you engaging in. You know, y'all bosses, y'all ballers. They need to know. They need to know. Educate them. Put them up on it. Y'all first. Y'all setting the trend. Shout out to all my wet folks, man, at the wet spot. All of my with exceptional taste folks. Yeah, you know who you are. Hearts go out to you, all of you. Yeah, if you're on here, man, you like the show, follow me on YouTube. Hey, click like, subscribe, smash the bell. Weeknights right here, 8 p.m. ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show. And, double tap my ass on the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS platform on Instagram. And if you're not following me already, man, follow me on the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show on Instagram, man. Listen, I'll say this and I say it all the time, man. While you loving, man, love on yourself, because you loving yourself is really the equation for you to be able to love anyone else. You don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else, man. Can't nobody make you happy if you're not already happy. The existence of happiness has to start with you. If you're not willing to give it, you can't receive it. This is made for a whole bunch of other shit, but well, you know what? You can give this to a motherfucker, and you can receive some of them, but ain't no love in that. This is love. Yeah. If you're hurting, man, heal your heart. Meditate, pray on it, clear your mind. What's happened has happened. You can't change it. Nothing you can do about it, man. Just don't do some of the shit again that you did before. But, you know, when it comes to recognizing good people and good individuals who love you and accept you for who you are, that is where you should be because of the mistakes that you, quote unquote, have made. And I don't call mistakes as merely experiences, and it's on you to change your direction and the way that you govern yourself in the midst of your mistakes so that you can be better. Yeah. You got someone, man, and if you're sure they're the one, then you need to start acting like you the motherfucking one. Or move on, because it's not fair to keep an individual around that they've already dug in deep with you and they're there and they just rolling with your bullshit. It ain't fair. Yeah. Not unless you want somebody to wake up 20 years from now and blow your brains out because you weren't acting like the one and they would have won and they got tired of your shit. Yeah. Once again, man, this is the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show, and this is the extended happy hour distance. We just having a conversation. We family. What we talking about? We talking about are you the one? The greatest sacrifice. The greatest sacrifices individuals have made in the midst of their relationships, man. I.e., money, integrity, time. You know, the sacrifices of time and things that would invest, or they would invest in their children to be with you. Job, your body, sex, hey man, that's one of the greatest sacrifices that a motherfucker can make, is their mind and their body. Yeah. And the time that they spend with their children to spend with you. And if you some raggedy old individual that don't understand that a motherfucker's taking time away from their children to spend with you, God damn it, you deserve to be right by your motherfucking self. There should be all kinds of kudos for that kind of shit. Oh, no, it shouldn't be. I mean, you should be willing to, try to encourage a balance. But the only reason an individual would jump out the window like that is because they were unsure about you. They really wanted to show you that they were the one, but they were uncertain about you. I don't advise that, people. Get with your family, spend time with your kids. Don't be putting your kids on the back burner for no goddamn relationship, because the relationship should be what it's going to be. It should be very easy to get involved. The hardest part is to maintain it. Yeah. Before you hit the pillow tonight, man, get on your knees. Get on your knees. Thank God for this day. Ask that he keeps your spirit and your soul through the night in your body. Allow you to wake up to see another day, and to embrace the opportunity, the chance to change all things around you, whether it be your wealth or your health. Man, be thankful, because there is a God. There is a God. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that's here, man. All you, my love goes out to you and your families. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your 12 seconds. Share the platform, man. I'd love to, as I say all the time, broaden the conversation. More people involved, more people chiming in. It makes for a better evening. Yeah. Someone told me, man, they know what type of night it is depending on what I'm drinking. I got the big glass, not the small glass tonight, so I ain't queued up too much. I'm just here. We talking. We family. We family. Yeah. So, all you're getting, get you some understanding. Get the understanding, man. Rewind this, man. There's some jewels there. I shout out to Will Smith and his family, for the piece that they're putting out and the things that they're doing. There's always some understanding, some jewels and some things. You can't look at the individual and what they're doing. And a lot of times, you don't know them. So, you just kind of draw jewels from where you can draw them from. The River Nile, and see what you can see for you. All right. If you see yourself in it, do the best you can do to either change it or make it what you need to make it for you to be happy within you. Okay. All right. Love on your family, man. Call your loved ones, man. Don't go to bed tonight without either sending them a text, telling them that you love them, you care for them. We checking out of here, man. Left and right. Family members are losing each other, man. And yeah. Thank you. Just like I said, man, reach out to your people, touch your people, love yourself, man. Get your ass up in the morning and go walking, get you some water, do something, man. Don't get caught up in your work too much. Don't just lay up in the motherfucking house. Get out, go do something, man. Go to a museum, go to a motherfucking library, because they're about to become non-existent. Go touch a book, man. Go smell the pages, Yeah. Yeah. I thank you once again, man, for joining me tonight. Be right back here Monday. Tomorrow, I'm going to run a repeat. So, it's Friday night. You motherfuckers got shit to do. You got plans. Get out, hanging. I'm not wasting that time. So, really, the show is live Monday through Thursdays. I run a repeat on Friday, and, I'll be back fresh on Monday. I got some things for you. Yeah, just what it is. Wherever you are, know that you're loved. No one else loves you. Love yourself. Okay? Love yourself. Don't let anybody tell you anything about you that's not true. You can do anything you decide you want to do, and anything you put your hands to, it'll happen for you. All right? And all you're getting, I love you. But get the fuck off my line. Good night.
5, 4, 3,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.